Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are out here in the heart of nature, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. How to be indigo around ignorant people. I've done a whole video on Indigo Children. The parapsychologist Nancy Ann Tappy, who in the late 60s and 70s saw the children that were being born had an indigo aura, and they were specifically here on planet Earth to help raise the vibration. Now, you don't have to call them indigo. You can do what the psychologist Maslow did and called them transcenders, human beings who are on this planet who had transcended the suffering of the human condition, and they were here to help people, assist them to become their greatest version. Now, we're living in a totally different world. Great things are happening. We got a question in from a woman saying that it's hard right now because she is seeing family and friends suffer. And how can she deal with this, right? Being an indigo, a free spirit, someone who is awake and aware. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Question, please. Have you ever thought there was something a bit wrong with the world? Yes? No? Yes? Yeah. We pretty much all have at one moment. We're driving and then we stop the car and say, wait a minute, where am I? Happened to me along my journey. Growing up, I knew there was something wrong with the world. What happens when from a young age, you know there's more to life? I'll give you a classic example of this scenario. Let's just say a child can see the link between killing animals for food and human suffering and says, Mom, I want to stop eating meat. And the mother looks at the child and says, you crazy? Where are you going to get your protein? The young child's concern is not about protein. It's about seeing the link, the karmic effect of what goes around comes around. Because the child is a seer. It's an indigo. It's a crystal. It's a rainbow. Whatever you want to call it. It's a seer. And many ancient civilizations spoke of inner metamorphosis, inner transformation, where you are rising up the chakras, right? Indigo, we're talking about the third eye now. We're talking about the crown chakra, clairvoyance, clear sight, clairaudience, clear hearing. And as a psychologist myself, I've worked with autistic children, adults for years, people with ADD, ADHD. And I can tell you, a lot of these are labels we as society throw on people because we don't know what to do. Here's how it works. If you are dealing with so-called ignorant people, sometimes it's family and friends, I get it. They aren't ignorant, right? They're just unaware. Let me repeat that. They're not ignorant, they're just unaware. It starts by being a lighthouse. You don't want to tell people how to change their life. You want to show people the results in your own. Slow motion this way. You don't want to tell people how to change their life. You want to show people the results in your own. I remember showing certain family members documentaries about what was really happening in the world, how so many people were asleep, dumbed down, and brainwashed. And the family members who were in the room were just watching this documentary, but not really getting it. And I was trying to say, it's so obvious, right? You wrote in saying that it's hard to see your family and friends suffer. How do you deal with this? Let's just breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Let's just breathe in that good ass prana. That's where to start. You got to become a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't go out to sea. It's there though. It doesn't go and find the ship that's lost. No. But it lights up the whole area. So now the ship can see the lighthouse. 7-day vegan challenge. When I was becoming a vegan, lots of people were doubting me. But once again, I knew there was a link between animal suffering and human suffering. So what did I do? It was hard. But I had to believe in myself enough to know I was doing the right thing. The hardest problem with transcenders, indigos, free spirits, whatever you want to call yourself, we're so much more than labels anyway, is that they care what people think so much because they know the true secret that we are all connected. In fact, you might be someone right now who is here. You know it's your job to help uplift the planet. You see, many indigos, crystals, free spirits, and transcenders have had what we call an awakening. Thousands of people write to me every single day saying, 5 years ago, I had a spiritual awakening. Something happened and I was never the same again. So you want to go and tell everybody, family and friends, because you're living with these people and they don't get it. What are you to do? What's the solution? What helped me along my journey was realizing I had to embody the results. I had to embody what I was talking about. Because it's not about telling people what to do. It's about showing them. And you show them by becoming an example of what you are teaching. Because right now, when you are a lighthouse, people say, gosh, you've been eating so much watercress. Life is fantastic. Pineapples, strawberries, dates, almonds, and you look fantastic. What's the secret? And then you go and tell them, well, it's the strawberries, pineapples, dates, and almonds. How to be indigo around ignorant people is to realize not everybody wakes up at the same time. I don't care who watches my video because it's not for everyone. I don't want everybody to watch these videos at all. It's only for those who are ready to become their greatest version. It's only for those who are ready to become their greatest version. Everybody wakes up at different times. Some people wake up at 4, some people wake up at 8, and some people are still sleeping right now. It goes back to one of the 7 Hermetic principles. Watch my video on the emerald tablets. The principle of rhythm. Some people won't get it this lifetime. They're not meant to get it this lifetime. They could come back maybe in 5 lifetimes and they still won't get it. But some people will get it in this lifetime. Everybody is here on a different path and has a different mission to fulfill. You got to know what yours is. I know what mine is. That's why every day I'm waking up in abundance. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. But you see, a lot of us, we're trying to interfere with people's learning experience. We are trying to interfere with the lessons people have to learn by themselves. When you are a lighthouse, people now become inspired by you, but there's nothing you can do or say that can really just wake people up like that. The truth can't be told, it has to be realized. You can't save everybody. Lots of people out here trying to be Mother Teresa. It's just not happening. We are the ones we are waiting for. That's what the Native Americans said. And that is the truth. You gotta learn that all you have to do is be your authentic self. That is how to help the family and friends who you say are suffering right now, and you just want to bless them with your wisdom. You got to realize how it works. That many of us are in an environment which is not complementing our energy. You see, resistance makes stronger. I realized when I was telling family and friends, watch this, watch that. Ever get someone sending you like 50 emails of documentaries to watch and you're like, nah, I don't want to watch it because you just sent it to me. I'll watch it when I'm ready. That's how it works. So I don't tell anybody anything these days, family and friends, or watch this, watch that. No. This ain't Jerry Springer. I say, watch it when you're ready. Come and find me when you're ready. And that's why we're connecting with millions, because people are waking up on the planet now more than ever. To be a free thinker in a world full of ignorance is not easy. So you got to look around and say, where is my support network? Nowhere to be seen, because you see, you've got to start becoming what we call a content creator to put these new ideas. Lots of people, Silicon Valley, a lot of indigos there creating the technology, connecting the world together. Lots of people, 15, 16, writing to me every single day. Gosh, there's fluoride in our water. I say, yeah. But they're awake and aware. But their parents don't get it. So you've got to start broadcasting, going back to the spell, your story to the world. Now you become empowered. Now you start helping people beyond your wildest imagination, because you're not just sitting there eating popcorn, scratching your nuts, or rubbing your breasts, or whatever you're doing. I don't know. You're actually saying, I can make an impact. My story is important. Nobody is crazy. Everybody is born a genius if they hang on to their authenticity, because everybody is totally unique. Having a conversation with someone the other day saying, yeah, music has changed. I don't even understand what most of these people are saying. And I told them, this goes back to the principle of polarity, that everybody can't be doing the same thing. We can't be reliving 1995 again. This is a whole new world. And therefore, it's a beautiful time we're living in, because there is something for everyone. But more so, people are becoming weirder. When people are becoming weirder, you start to create growth. Because if you are only concerned about fitting in, you're just going to be another brick in the wall. You got to have a sense of humor, baby. Right? I'm always laughing every single day. I'm watching funny videos. I'm making funny videos. I'm with the cat down the road. We're having fun. Because if you take yourself too seriously, it's going to be real hard. It's going to be real hard. Not hard. Hard. It's going to be hard. You got to have a sense of humor. But more so, you got to realize that you can actually learn something from these so-called ignorant people, these so-called sheep people, dumbed down people. Nobody is ignorant, they're just unaware. What you do learn is that, you see, I fuse the two worlds together. That's why I've connected with so many people. I'm fusing entertainment with education. But even I still realize there is still more for me to learn. We got to get off our righteous high horse. Lots of us, I'm a free spirit, I'm an indigo. You see, that's beautiful, but it's only empowering if you realize true enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. Carl Rogers, the great psychologist, spoke of the fully functioning human being, one being open to experience. For me, that is the new wave of consciousness on the planet. That's why you got to use what we call inner discernment, which is the ability to judge well. A lot of people are so quick to judge other people. I say, give it a minute. They could be onto something. The same people who you think are crazy, weird and strange, these are often the people that become the most successful that you end up working for. Slow motion, that's like, Many of us, we feel alone after an awakening. The secret is to realize we are never alone. The universe always sends someone. But you gotta bridge the gap. You've got to become the voice for the voiceless. You got to be brave, which means you can't serve two masters. As a psychologist and counselor, used to work in a school. Beautiful, amazing experience. No regrets, but I knew there was something I came here to do. And I had to make a choice. Which pill are you going to take? Are you going to continue to live in a world which you know you are helping to contribute towards its problems? Or are you going to be part of the new wave, showing people anything is possible? You got to be so busy doing what you love, you've got no time to put people down, to worry about if people don't get you or not. When I first started, I was being judged. I don't care because we good. Every day I'm living in abundance. Look where we are. This has all been manifested because I had the courage to follow my dream. The indigos are the catalysts. Listen to the new music. You become empowered when you start realizing good and bad are two sides of the same coin. The question is, what role are you playing? Right? This isn't about good and bad or righteous and unrighteous. It's about authenticity. When you are authentic, when you own your authenticity, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks because the results are going to show. I've been a vegan for over 11 years and I'm 43 now. No, I'm not 43. I feel very young. Feel like 15, 16. Go back to my old videos. I looked a lot older. How come I'm looking younger as time is going on? Because I'm breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm having fun. I know what time it is because once again, you got to be in the right environment. Every day we're out here in nature. We're getting recharged. We're getting an active download. What you have been told is part of a program since birth. It's his story, which is his story. It's not the absolute truth. You got to start finding your own truth, which means you got to start owning your own weirdness, which means you got to start broadcasting whatever you are feeling without apologizing for it, and having fun, most of all. But realize everybody won't get you. There will be people who bring you down. I've had it. People making stuff up about me. But guess what? We've got over 500,000 people and they're watching for a reason, right? We're connecting with millions of people every single day. I get thousands of emails saying, "Thank you, Ralph. Your videos changed my life." So this is why we do it, because we are here to assist Earth's transformation. And we're doing a beautiful job. In fact, things are only going to get better and more fun. Have a beautiful day. We're out here in the heart of nature. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.